What up? It's your boy Swisher05. I got my regular glasses back. These I don't need anymore, but I'm gonna keep them just in case I lose these again. They were under my couch. My cats knocked them behind my couch, and I keep my coffee pot. I have like the shelf under my coffee pot. Anyway, I want to talk about this apology that Behavior gave us. As I'm new on the scene. But again, I've introduced myself. I'm new to the creator scene, right? But I've been here for about 5 years. I've been making content for the game actually about that long as well. It's just that I'm just now actually actively seeking to promote myself and stuff. So I've been like a shadow in the shadows of the community. But since I have been inserting myself more, I've come to being on Twitter, and it's yeah. Anyway, I want to talk about Behavior's apology here. The reason why I gave all of that is because I love this game. Okay, I have the logo on my hand. I have an Unknown tattoo that's Hello Kitty mixed with Unknown. I have clothes, all that. I love this game. It's my favorite game to play. And we all, as we know, that live stream yesterday was fucking terrible. It's funny that when they announced that they were doing that, I on the post said this might be a bad idea, because of this how the patch was and how it's been since then. And I was thinking this might be a bad idea, and I wasn't aware that the bad that was going to come from this would be that they would get to experience these DDoS attacks, these same attacks that we have been telling them for years is a problem. The same attacks that years ago they said that they were working on a dedicated fix for. The same attacks that their biggest content creator, Atsdarva, said he knew how to fix and they ignored. You know why I think they ignored Atsdarva? Because he always says not Atsdarva. And so when he was in there, they must have thought, hey, you know, this guy isn't Atsdarva. And so they were playing some 4D chess and decided to ignore him because his name is not Atsdarva. So they were like, well, this literally says not Atsdarva, so we don't have to listen to this guy. Let's get into this bullshit ass apology. Yesterday's live stream with Chandler Riggs and our creators didn't go as planned. We wanted to sincerely apologize for how things unfolded. As most of you are aware, we couldn't complete a match because the dedicated server players on were targets of the attack. This put our content creators in an incredibly difficult position trying to troubleshoot and adapt in real time while live. Okay, I was gonna read this all the way through before I comment, but I want to stop and say this. That is bullshit right there. Okay? I'm going to keep going. We know our creators have experienced similar issues and have showed remarkable patience, resourcing, and offering suggestions to help get things back on track. While our security team were on hand during the incident, we didn't properly assess the situation and didn't act on potential mitigation plans, and this is a failure on our part. Behavior, the failure on your part started a long time ago. On this issue, years ago, and on the resolution on the resolution towards mitigation, because this is I know that these attacks are, you know, whatever, every company gets them, but it's clear that you haven't done literally anything. We want to be clear, our creators and our community are the core of what we do. The last thing we ever want is for them to feel ignored or left out of the loop. We didn't communicate well enough yesterday, and we're taking a hard look on how we can do better moving forward. You cannot give us this apology because you just gave us this apology last week with all the bullshit with Streetwise and stuff. Bro, you can't give us this again. We've been here already, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? This is an AI response. We also want to take the time to apologize to all of our DVD players. What was meant to be a fun moment bringing our community together turned out to be the opposite. Because of you. This is your fault. As soon as Oz gave you a suggestion, you should have fucking listened. Especially because you know this shit's been happening. This apology is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. You sound like that ex that every time I say I'm about to leave and I'm done with her shit, She sent me an apology. Things will get better. She make me them promises. And 2 weeks later, we're right back in the same goddamn position. I'm packing my shit up and getting ready to go. Fam, I'm at the door goddamn again. And here your sorry ass come with crocodile tears. I'm so sorry. I looking ass, boy. Shut up. We're done with the shit, boy. This is the same apology, bro. What's the point of having your creative program work the way it does? You have consultants you don't listen to. You have, it's like you don't. All right, let me stop. I'm spinning out of control, and I am not going to restart this video because I go into some wild tangent. I'm gonna try to slow it back down. Let's put the glasses back on. All right, where's my vape pen? This is the opposite of an apology. This is a cycle of abuse at this point. You hurt me. You know the things you're doing are hurting me. And just when I've seen I've had enough, you help me up. And you nurse me back to health. You start giving me flowers, cooking me dinner, running my bath water, surprising me. As soon as I'm comfortable again, belt the ass. Belt the ass. I had enough of that shit in my childhood, famo. I don't need that shit in my adult life. Y'all gotta get the shit together. Y'all got too many resources. Too many resources to still be having these problems we have. All praise to the Holy Beam Gym. Why is this nigga still here, bro? Why when I play Twins, I play with an inverted camera. Why when I play Twins, I can invert Charlotte's camera, but not Victor's? So now I'm playing Twins with 2 different camera angles. Not to mention 3 out of 4 games, Victor just randomly gets stuck inside of Charlotte and I can't do nothing. Why are we here again? Why am I reading the same apology that you gave me last week? Why am I reading that apology again? You can't give us these apologies that don't have anything in them. Do you think we're kindergartners? As Scott John said, we ain't got no other choice but to play this shit. Until we just decide to stop. Which, that's not a realistic thing. And that's not at all what I'm preaching. Because I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep playing. Like I said, it's my favorite game. I just think that these devs are showing the fact that they know where they stand and the fact that they know they can like literally get away with this shit. You know, you ever all of this shit just feels like a bad relationship to me. Honestly, it's any metaphor I can think of is gonna end up being something related to that. That's honestly just what this bullshit ass apology feels like. Anyway, I don't know. I just want to say this apology some bullshit. They just gave us this apology last week. What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take? I don't fucking know, bro. This is some bullshit. I'm sorry that they did you dirty in front of everybody. I saw the look in your eyes. Chandler, I ain't never watched The Walking Dead, but I'm sorry you wasted your time. Everybody who plays this game on behalf of behavior, I will give them the I will give you the here's the apology that they should have given us, right? I'm gonna just pull this out of my ass. Let me put my glasses on. Hit my vape pen. Dear community, we here at Behavior want to take this time to acknowledge the fact that what happened yesterday could have been prevented. Not only had yesterday's events been preventable the day of, but these are things that we could have fixed years ago. When we went ahead and announced the Quality of Life Initiative. This was something that we planned on tackling in the background while we were updating features that seemed more pressing. While the majority of our player base is casual, so these issues don't come into play a lot, maybe as much or mean as much as it does to maybe like the comp scenes where things like this happen. But that may also be a little tone deaf of us. Regardless of where these things happen, it is an important issue that we should have been taken care of. We just gave a big apology last week for the state of the game, and we essentially showed now that we haven't really made good on any of our promises. So going forward, instead of offering you all empty apologies, what we will be doing is being completely transparent, as we want you to trust us. And we want you to feel like we trust your words when you're giving us these bug reports and you're telling us this, and this needs to be fixed. We thrive on having a great connection with our community, and we want to make sure that we continue having that great connection. So going forward, we will be directly announcing what we are taking care of and how we plan on it, so that we can be held more accountable. Directly accountable, not just with blanket statements of things we should have fixed, but directly accountable for specific things like what just happened now. So to make up for it, this isn't much, but we will go ahead and be given a blood point bonus for the next week. And then we might give out some shards. And we know this doesn't rectify the situation at all. It does not. There's nothing we can say that will take this back, especially when these were things that we have known were issues. We can just apologize. We can promise to be better going forward. And we would love if you would continue to ride with us. See you in the fog. Catch y'all in the next one.
Out of my sight, thou dost infect mine eye. Shut it and die.
Huh?